Okay, hello students, welcome back to our channel, and today we are going to cover up the topic. Let's take the pen. Okay, so today we are going to cover up the topic of heat, a very important chapter, and as this is a very vast chapter, so first we are going part wise, and first this is part 1, and after completing part 1, this part 1 is obviously of only heat, and some units I am going to discuss, and after this part 1 I am going to give part 2, that will be of only temperature. So this first we will study heat, then we are going to proceed with temperature. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so after we proceed to heat, let's proceed to what heat actually is. Okay, let's take pen. Okay, so what is actually is, I want to tell you first point that the sensation of warmth or hot is due to a form of energy which is known as the heat energy. So it's quite clear that heat is a energy. Okay, so when we touch something, the sense we get of hot or warmth, it's we are calling as heat energy. Okay, so next, heat is a form of energy. It can neither be created nor destroyed. So as heat is a form of energy, we cannot create it, we neither create it nor can we destroy it. So this clear. As the property of energy or energy cannot be created nor destroyed, it can only get transferred or converted from one form to another. That's why energy can never be created nor destroyed. So same for heat. Okay, now the third point, heat energy can only get transferred from one body to another. This is the reason why we feel hot on touching a bowl of hot soup. So when we are touching a bowl of hot soup, what happens? The molecules of the bowl of the hot soup, there is heat in the molecules of the bowl of the hot soup, and they are transferring or getting transferred to our hands, and that's why in our finger or in our hand, on the hand, we are getting a sensation of heat or warmth. Okay, so this is the reason why we feel hot. Okay, next comes why we feel, if similarly if we touch a bowl of ice cream is cold, no? So if we touch a bowl of ice cream, what we will feel like? Cold. Why? Because the bowl of ice cream is cold and our hand or our finger is warm compared to the bowl of ice cream. Okay, so when we are touching, the heat from our fingers is getting transferred to the bowl of cold ice cream, and that's why compared to the bowl of ice cream, our hand is becoming cold as the heat from our hand is getting transferred. So that's why we are feeling cold. Simple. Okay, this energy transfer takes place between two bodies having different temperature. Why? Important point. Why the body having different temperature uh, enjoys the transfer of energy? Why? Because you see, if the bodies are of same temperature, how will they become hot or cold? If they are of same temperature, they are same, no? Then how? So if they are having different temperature, our energy transfer can take place. If they are having same temperature or similar temperature, our energy transformation cannot take place. Let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so what you find is, often the concept of heat and temperature are thought to be the same, but this is not true. Very good. We think that heat and temperature are same things, but these are not. This concept is not true. Though they are linked with each other, there is a little difference between them. What is the difference? Let's see. Heat. Heat is the energy transferred between two bodies in contact due to the difference in their temperature, as I told you. while temperature is a measure of degree or hotness. So how different, you see, temperature is the measure of degree of hotness or coldness, and heat is the energy that is getting transferred between two bodies due to a difference in their temperatures. Easy. So heat flows from a body at higher temperature to a body at lower temperature. Important. Heat will not transfer from a body at lower temperature to a body at higher temperature. So a body which is at higher temperature is transferring heat to a body which is at a lower temperature. So the flow continues until the body attains the same temperature. So the flow of this energy or heat continues until the both bodies attain the same temperature, and when the bodies attain their same temperature, it is called thermal equilibrium. Important. So when they are getting the same temperature or attaining the same temperature, we call it thermal equilibrium. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. Now units of heat. So now we are going to see what are the units of heat. See, as it is a energy, it will, therefore heat has the same units as energy as heat is a energy. Now the SI unit of heat, let's see, the SI unit of energy is joule. So obviously the SI unit of heat will also be joule, as it is a energy, as it is a form of energy. Now some relation you need to remember, that is 1 calorie, short from CAL, is equals to 4.186 joule, which is approximate to 4.2 joules. Similar. Okay, next let's see. Okay, so see, then, or what we can write, that 1 joule is equals to 0.24 calorie. Okay, so next comes definition of 1 calorie. 1 calorie is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree centigrade. So 1 gram of water, we are having 1 gram of water. The heat we are giving to 1 gram of water to raise it by 1 degree centigrade is termed as 1 calorie. Clear? Now the second comes that definition of kilocalorie. Similarly, what happens, 1 kilocalorie is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram water, and this is on of 1 gram of water. There lies the difference by 1 degree centigrade. Similar. So 1 calorie is that heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water to by 1 degree centigrade, and 1 kilocalorie is defined as the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kg of water by 1 degree centigrade. Similar, but a little difference. Now again one relation, that 1 kilocalorie is equals to 1000 calories, as 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. Similar, that is 1 kcal is equals to 1000 cal. Okay, move on. Okay, now something different. The process of burning a substance in air on heating with release of large amount of heat and light energy is called combustion. So when we are burning a substance in air on heating and which is releasing a lot of heat and light energy is termed as combustion. I think you have read combustion and respiration difference. Yes. Okay. So this is termed as combustion. Now the substances that can be divided into two categories. We can divide substances on the basis of whether they can catch fire easily or not. So two types of substances we have on the basis of whether they can catch fire easily or not. Let's see what are those substances. Okay. Okay. So see, first comes inflammable substances. What are those? The substances which can catch fire easily are called inflammable substances. The substances which can catch fire easily, like wood, it can catch fire easily, so it is termed as inflammable substances. Like dry leaves, dry wood, coal, diesel, petrol, kerosene oil, CNG, LPG and hydrogen are some examples of inflammable substances. Okay. Now comes non-flammable substances. What are non-flammable substances? Non-flammable substances are the substances opposite to inflammable substances that do not catch fire are called non-flammable substances. They catch fire easily, but non-flammable. Inflammable substances catch fire easily, but non-flammable substances do not catch at all fire at all. They are termed as non-flammable substances. Like water, sand, stones, bricks are some examples of non-flammable substances. Okay, I have given some pictures here of flammable and non-flammable substances. First, let's come to non-flammable substances. That is, you can see this aluminium, something a mold or a bowl of aluminium or a tiffin box of aluminium. It will not catch fire that easily. Then stones, it will also not catch fire at all. These two don't catch fire at all. Then glass also don't catch fire at all. Then move on to inflammable substances. Okay, see the inflammable substances, newspaper or any type of paper can catch fire easily. Then this rags or hankies, they can catch fire easily. Then very important is this wood, it will catch fire too much easily it can catch fire. Okay, okay, so this was our whole topic of heat, not completed part 1 of it, remember always. Thank you all for watching this video till this much, and thank you to everyone. Bye, wait for the next video of temperature.